Welcome to SAG Hygiene, keeping the right image through proper hygiene. This can be a very uncomfortable, sensitive subject to talk about, right? If you're the management team having to approach a team member or vice versa. If you're the team member that's being approached by management. But you've got to understand, be mindful that this should be a priority. It has to be a priority. You're in front of the public. You're in front of customers, clients, coworkers all throughout the day. If you miss a few steps along the way for a day or two, by the time that you realize there's some foul odor following you around, everybody's caught a whiff. It's too late in the game. So this is an effort to mitigate those events from ever happening. But if we have to have those conversations, we have those conversations. Now, we are going to take a very straightforward, simple approach here. All right? Bathe daily. Rinse entire body off, lather soap outside stream, top down. What does this mean? It means that we don't just jump in front of the shower and throw soap on our bodies because it's going to be rinsed off. Just putting on our body, it's not going to allow us to wash our bodies. So we wet our bodies first, step out of the stream, and we start lathering the soap on our bodies. Okay. Once we do that, we step back underneath the stream and rinse off. Now, we do that top down so we're not relocating dirt onto other parts of our bodies. I use what's called, I might be butchering this word, but I think it's called a loofah. It's the little sponge ball. You can find it at any grocery store, Walmart, Target. You put the soap on, you wet it, you put the soap on it, and then it gets all soapy and you start scrubbing your body with it. Okay. It's convenient. It works. Private parts, armpits, feet. Everybody knows that armpits can start smelling. Oftentimes people really discount the kind of odors that can come from private areas or even feet, as if the odor cannot escape those areas to other people. If you think you can go a day or two without taking care of these other parts of your body, you're wrong. By the time you recognize there's an issue, everyone else already knows. When you're cleaning your feet, clean in between your toes. Scrub your feet and your toes. You can become very miserable with athlete's foot. It's not a fun thing to experience. Exfoliate as needed. It's not something you do every day. Read the instructions. If you have any questions, something I'll tell you that I do on occasion, if I have something that I'm dealing with, I'll go to Target and I'll talk to the pharmacist. I'll say, hey, this is what I'm struggling with. What would you recommend? You don't have to go to the doctor, the dermatologist. Those guys will help. Don't be ashamed or embarrassed to ask for help. That's what they're there for. They're more than willing. They're happy to help. Okay? Shampoo hair 2 to 3 times a week. Dandruff shampoos for dry scalp. So we don't want to shampoo every day because that can create dry scalp. But if we do have dry scalp, there are shampoos, Head and Shoulders, Selsun Blue, and we keep going until we find a solution that actually helps, or we ask for guidance. Okay? Use a clean towel. We're not using the same towel for a month. We're just going to transfer that moldy, nasty smell back onto our body. And that's not what we want. All right. Hair and nails, regular haircuts, clean shaven or trimmed facial hair, trim nose and ear hair, keep fingernails and clean and trim. So you might have a spouse that can help you with these things. You might have a boyfriend or girlfriend that can help you, or you might have to pay a visit to the salon. Either way, we need to address these areas. Okay. Oral maintenance. Now, I kind of put some extras on here. All right. Because sometimes they're necessary to mitigating the issues that we may have. Non-negotiables would be brushing teeth and flossing. We're brushing our teeth every day, hopefully multiple times. We're flossing. It would be nice to say every day, but if I said that I never missed a day, that would not be a true story. I miss days. Sometimes I'll floss once or twice a week. I need to do better with that. But if you have any issues, especially gum issues, you need to get that under control, and flossing will help that. Teeth whitener. That's a nice option to have if you drink coffee, you drink alcohol or different things, really anything and everything. If you talk to the dentist, they'll tell you that if it's not water, it's going to color your teeth. Mouthwash, mints and gum. If you're coming back from lunch break, even if you're having a snack, look in the mirror before you talk to a customer. Make sure that you don't have some food stuck between your teeth. Make sure that you have floss or something to take it out. And some gum, if you had a very onion heavy lunch, that you've got something to kill that breath. That's not fun. I'll tell you this, there are many customers that you will lose. They may not tell you, but they will tell their friends, hey, I really liked that company, or I liked that guy, really nice guy, but man, he got close and his breath was foul, or he was smelly. It will happen. It shouldn't. Okay. There's also, we can talk about, maintaining some kind of distance, because you shouldn't be all up in someone's space either. But at the same time, people will want to do business with you oftentimes, but you give them reasons not to. All right. Additional maintenance: deodorant, moisturize with lotion, lip balm, eye drops, keep ears clean, Tinactin for athlete's foot. So I'll tell you this, I used to have to change my deodorant every maybe 5 years. It's been maybe 6, 7 years here recently that I haven't had to change. But oftentimes a deodorant will stop working. So you've got to find something else that will work. Some people will say, nah, it doesn't matter what I do. I don't know, I sweat a lot and no, you keep going until you find a solution. Okay. You start working 30 minutes in, an hour in, and you start smelling. That's not normal. You've got to work to find a solution. Talk to the pharmacist. Talk to the people that work back there. Tell them what's going on. Hey, I'm trying everything. This is what I've tried. What would you recommend? Okay. And perhaps you do have some kind of a health or medical issue. Sometimes it's even diet. Sometimes it's a lack of being hydrated. Okay. Moisturize with lotion. Nobody wants scaly skin. Nobody wants to be exposed to scaly skin. Lip balm. Normally lip balm, and there may be some different, exceptions here, but my experience has been, if your lips are really dry, if you've got the cracks going on, that's because you're not hydrated. It's not because you're not applying lip balm. Unless you have some kind of prescription-based moisturizer for your lips. We're going to talk about staying hydrated already. Eye drops. Keep ears clean. You don't have to jab Q-tips into your ear. That can create problems, but you can put your finger in there with a cloth, or every morning you should be checking yourself in the mirror. Okay. Tinactin, athlete's foot. Make sure that you're taking care of your feet. You're sweating, you're working. If you don't take care of your feet, it can become miserable for you. Dressed sharp. Uniform is clean and pressed. Keep boots polished and clean. Underwear and socks are changed out daily. Spare uniform in truck. People will say, well, I'm going to use this underwear again. I don't have any clean underwear. Don't do that. Be prepared with your clothes. If you need to, put your clothes out for the next day, the night before, put it on a chair, right? Make sure that you're prepared. You have everything lined up so that you don't go through something like that, a scenario. It's just as bad as if you did not wash your private parts. That odor will come through, I promise. If you've got your boots all muddy and dirty, wipe them down. They don't have to be spit shined like the military. Okay, but clean your boots before you show up to work. Spare uniform and truck. You're going to be getting dirty, right? Sometimes it's the first call. Sometimes it's the second call. You get all muddy and dirty. There's no reason not to have a spare uniform in the truck. If you have one of those calls that you get super dirty and muddy, then make sure that you've got a spare uniform in the truck. If you don't, talk to management, talk to your owner, and make sure they provide that for you. All right, so fragrances. Oftentimes people think they associate this issue with the ladies in the office. It's not always the ladies. Oftentimes men can bathe in fragrances. Okay, they'll take a French bath. So we don't do that. We also don't, even if we're following all the other steps to maintaining good hygiene, we're also making sure that we're not overkill with cologne or perfume. Okay. You may have a policy that says you're not allowed to use any fragrance. I don't have any issue with that policy. But I will say, if you're going to spray on your Aquadigio or whatever you use, don't go overkill. Don't go overboard with it. Okay. Now, finishing up here, staying hydrated is very important for a number of different reasons, not just so you avoid heat stroke and other issues that are immediate. Here, if you look online, kind of the standard that you're going to find is 15.5 cups for men, 11.5 cups for women. Fibrous foods and electrolytes help you stay hydrated. Skin, eyes, lips, breath, internal organs all benefit when you stay hydrated. There are so many different benefits that we often don't think about by staying hydrated. It's extremely important. All right. Benefits to good hygiene are plenty. But the primaries here: happier coworkers, happier customers that are more willing to do business with us. We will be more confident, making us more productive and happier. If you ever get to the point where management approaches you, understand that it is to make you better. It is not an attempt to embarrass you. Okay. And if you are management approaching a team member, do it, navigate the situation in a very respectful manner, right? This has been SAG Hygiene. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you soon.